Robot orders are holding steady in the first quarter of 2026, but the story behind those numbers is far more interesting than the headline suggests. While the automotive industry chases the elusive dream of full autonomy, a quiet revolution is taking place in logistics, agriculture, and consumer goods. This is not about hype. It is about a fundamental shift in how engineers are solving real problems with immediate returns. By the end of this explanation, you will understand why the most valuable growth in robotics right now is happening in the messy, unstructured environments that the car factories are ignoring. For years, the narrative of industrial robotics has been dominated by the automotive sector. We were told that the future belonged to massive, fully autonomous lines where cars were built with zero human intervention. The promise was total efficiency. But the reality has been a slow, painful integration process that requires months of mapping and infrastructure retrofitting. The automotive industry is still wrestling with the complexity of deterministic, low-latency cloud-to-edge synchronization needed for safety-critical maneuvers. They are chasing the holy grail of full autonomy, but that path is expensive, risky, and slow. Here is the thing that changes everything. While car manufacturers are stuck in the planning phase of complex autonomous mobile robot fleets, non-automotive sectors are deploying collaborative robots with integration timelines under 2 weeks. They are not waiting for perfect conditions. They are building on what they have. The adoption surge in logistics and agriculture is driven by a decoupling of artificial intelligence perception models from heavy hardware dependencies. This means companies can retrofit existing conveyor lines and harvest equipment with modular vision systems rather than tearing down their facilities to build new automated centers from scratch. Quick resource note: I keep a curated set of Amazon search links in the description for books, gear, and tools relevant to this channel's topics. Some are affiliate links, so I may earn a commission at no extra cost to you. Please consider supporting the channel by using those links if you find something useful. This shift in strategy is creating a massive divergence in return on investment calculations. In the automotive world, the focus has been on labor replacement, a high-stakes game where any failure is costly. In contrast, logistics and agriculture are shifting their focus to uptime maximization. The immediate ability to deploy robots for 24-hour cycle times in unstructured environments is yielding faster payback periods than the high-risk projects in automotive. A robot that runs a warehouse floor for 3 days without stopping is more valuable than a robot that is perfect but takes 6 months to install. The engineering teams in these non-automotive sectors have also made a critical decision to bypass the full autonomy hype cycle. They are focusing on human-in-the-loop workflows. This approach reduces the need for expensive safety fencing and allows for higher immediate throughput without the regulatory and liability overhead of fully autonomous driving. By keeping a human in the loop, they sidestep the complex legal and safety frameworks that are currently bottling up the automotive industry. This is not a compromise. It is a pragmatic engineering choice that delivers results today. Consider the data engineering pipelines supporting these systems. They are evolving to handle sparse, high-noise sensor data from dynamic environments like outdoor agriculture. Edge computing architectures are being used to process this data locally, rather than relying on a central cloud that might introduce latency. This is a stark contrast to the automotive sector, which is still bottlenecked by the need for deterministic synchronization for safety-critical maneuvers. The non-automotive industry is building systems that are robust enough to handle the noise of the real world, not just the controlled environment of a factory floor. The driver behind this entire surge is not just technology, but a fundamental change in the economic incentives. The debate over whether current automation drivers are genuine labor shortages or wage suppression tactics is secondary to the fact that the return on investment is now undeniable. The ability to deploy robots for 24-hour cycle times in unstructured environments yields faster payback periods than the high-risk, long-haul autonomy projects in automotive. This is the key insight that separates the winners from the losers in this market. The automotive industry is still chasing the dream of the fully autonomous vehicle. They are trying to solve the hardest problem first. Meanwhile, the non-automotive sectors are solving the problems that matter most right now. They are prioritizing plug-and-play collaborative robots over complex autonomous mobile robot fleets. They are bypassing the full autonomy hype cycle to focus on human-in-the-loop workflows. They are building data pipelines that handle the noise of the real world. This is not a temporary blip. This is a structural shift in the robotics industry. The momentum has moved from the controlled environment of the car factory to the messy reality of the warehouse, the field, and the consumer goods facility. The companies that recognize this shift and adapt their strategies will be the ones that thrive in the coming years. The ones that remain fixated on the automotive model of full autonomy will find themselves left behind, waiting for a future that may never arrive in the timeframe they expect. The lesson here is clear. Do not chase the hype. Look at where the integration friction is lowest and the return on investment is highest. That is where the real growth is happening. The non-automotive sectors are outpacing automotive not because they have better technology, but because they have better priorities. They are solving the problems that matter right now with the tools they have. This is the future of robotics, and it is already here. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. I am a one-person team working hard to make each video better than the last. Subscribe if you found value. It is the best way to show support. Drop a comment with your biggest takeaway. See you in the next video.